Welcome to Squared Away Life. My name is Camden Busey, and I'm working through my new book, The Compounding Mind. If you'd like to get a copy of this book in PDF or EPUB format, for a limited time, you can get it for free by subscribing to my email newsletter at squaredawaylife.com. Today, I want to speak about the psychology of externalization. Now, imagine Marcus. He's a software architect, and he carries the weight of a complex system entirely in his head. And he wakes at 3 a.m. with these racing thoughts about various edge cases and dependencies. Now, after implementing a capture system, he experiences something remarkable. The moment he writes down a concern, his mind releases it. He sleeps better. He thinks clearer. And ironically, he remembers more. It's important that we get things out of our mind rather than trying to maintain a complete system in our heads and putting it somewhere. And when you externalize your thoughts, you're not just creating a record, you are effectively building what people have called a second brain. It's not literally a second brain, but it acts like one. This external system doesn't replace your thinking, but it amplifies it. Now, of course, your biological brain excels at many things, particularly at pattern recognition, at creative connection, at intuition. But your external brain excels at data retention, accurate recall, and tireless organization. Now, together, they form a cognitive system that's far more powerful than either one on its own. Now, there's a profound psychological shift that occurs when you trust your capture system. The Zeigarnik effect describes our tendency to remember incomplete tasks better than completed ones. And this creates a background hum of mental tension. Every uncaptured thought is an open loop in your mind. And when you capture consistently, though, you help close these loops. Your mind, trusting that nothing important will be lost, starts to relax its grip. Your subconscious tends to worry less because it trusts that these items, have been kept safely. And this creates mental space for deeper thinking, for creative insight, and for present moment awareness. You can reduce that background hum by releasing these loops into an external system. And this mental freedom isn't just a benefit that happens in the moment, but it's the foundation for something much more powerful, for exponential growth in your own thinking capability. Now, each note that you capture adds value in at least three ways. First, direct value, which is the immediate benefit of clarifying and preserving the thought. Second, there's the network value. And these are the connections that this thought enables with other thoughts. But third, there's temporal value, the perspective that this thought provides when it's reviewed later. And this is why your personal knowledge management system, your PKM system, exhibits increasing returns to scale. Your 1,000th note is worth much more than your 100th note, not just additively, but multiplicatively, exponentially even. Each new addition enriches the entire system through a compounding network effect. Now, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, well, this sounds amazing, but I've tried journaling and capturing my thoughts before and it never sticks, you're not alone. In fact, you're experiencing one of the most common barriers to building knowledge equity, which is capture resistance. This resistance isn't a character flaw or a lack of discipline, but it's a predictable psychological response to creating new systems. And understanding it is the first step to moving through it. Many people resist capturing because they believe their thoughts are not important enough. This is the perfectionist's trap. Your capture system is not a published work, though. It is a working tool. Now, common capture prompts to overcome blank page paralysis include the following. Just answer these questions and you'll be much better off. What surprised me today? What decision am I avoiding? What would I tell my past self about today? What pattern am I noticing? What question keeps returning? What small win did I have? What friction did I encounter? What would I do differently? What am I grateful for? or what is working well that I want to continue? There's some really basic questions that if you just prompt yourself and answer those questions, just doing that every day will help build your system and build and generate your knowledge equity. So let's get it squared away. Key principle here, externalizing your thoughts creates mental peace and cognitive leverage. The simple action I want you to take is I want you to choose 3 capture prompts from the list I read earlier and answer them tonight. And this will help you in your mindset shift from my thoughts are not important enough to every thought is a seed of future insight.